Hi there, I'm your host Corinne, and this is Okay But Are You Good? Where we check in on ourselves on a weekly basis to see how we're doing. Are we living our best lives, or are we just trying to survive out here? This week, I am doing good, but pretty tired, and I want to dive into why I'm so tired. So, when was the last time you tried something new, were a beginner at something, like truly started from scratch from the very beginning? And not because you were good at it, but because it made sense for your career or your goals, but simply because it made you curious. As adults, or speaking for myself, I forgot what it's like to try something new without the fear of not being good at it. We may start to think if we can't be number one or great at it, we shouldn't even try it. But the truth is, you don't need to be great at something to enjoy it. We can just do stuff for fun. So this episode is a reminder that you're allowed to be a beginner again, because somewhere along the way, we stopped doing things that we enjoyed or stopped trying new things, mainly because we ran out of time. And there's so much pressure to stay productive, stay active, make use of all the time we have in the day. And sometimes we just don't want to do things. We just want to relax and enjoy our downtime after work, school, whatever responsibilities we have. But I wanted to mix it up, change just my daily routine and do something that scares me. I'm going into my 30s, as I've mentioned 500 times. Or if this is your first episode, yes, I'm turning 30 at the end of this year. So I recently got into running. And I never thought that would be something I'd be interested in. But when you see a lot of people run in marathons, especially the New York City Marathon, that is my whole algorithm right now. It's like, okay, like, let's just try this. Let's try something new and scary. And I played sports my whole life. I've been working out, and I thought, why not? My husband has gotten into running, so that's probably my motivator, and it's something we can do together. And it's scary, but it's fun and it's healthy. And, I'm at that age where you're either having kids, going to grad school, or start a new activity. So sorry, mom and dad, I guess I'm a runner now. I've only gone on a few runs, but with enough training and practice, like, I'll be good. I signed up for the LA Marathon, and I signed up for the lottery for the Chicago Marathon. So we'll see how that goes. And maybe depending on how things go, maybe the New York one. I know things are hard and not everything's guaranteed, but I'm just trying to do something that's fun and for myself and new and exciting. And I think this is your sign to do the same, because we can keep doing the same things we do all the time, but then life gets boring. And if you're not pushing yourself to get out of your comfort zone, nothing's ever going to change. And this is me trying something new for myself. And I appreciate all my friends that have been so supportive, and my sister-in-law that's like, okay, I will show up. I'll be there. Just tell me what mile mark you want me at. So I'm excited and appreciate all the support. And I'm hoping, with more practice, I'll get better at it. So I'll keep y'all posted on running a marathon when I've literally not a runner. I just told my friend I don't run ever, like a couple months ago. So it's kind of crazy I'm here, but I'm not hurting anybody. So I'm just doing something fun. And if you're like me and you were craving something new in your life, such as a hobby or a new challenge, here are some tips to start something new without fear. One is to detach from the outcome. Don't focus on how it feels or looks. Focus on how it makes you feel. My example of running, I'm really excited to try something new, and I just have to see where it goes. So if your new hobby could be something athletic or artistic or something with cooking, whatever random other hobby you're starting out, go for how it makes you feel. And if it's something you're excited about, that's definitely a good sign. Next, you need to focus on your curiosity, not being so critical of whether or not you're going to be great at this or suck at it. anyone could be good at any hobby with practice. Some people are just naturally talented. I wouldn't say that is me. So that's why we have to work extra hard. That's how my life has always been with school, any activity. Like I've always had to study harder and try harder with things. I'm just not naturally born with like a million talents, and that's okay. Like we can't have everything in life, but that's why we try new things that scare us. So dive into those things that make you curious and that you want to get better at. Next on our list would be to start small and quiet. You don't have to post everything you're doing online all the time. If that makes you feel good, then go for it. But make sure this new activity, this new goal, you're doing it for yourself and not for other people, because then you lose that motivation. You're too focused on how everyone else is going to see you. You might lose your self-confidence with it. You just need to make sure you're doing something for yourself, because if I was too focused on everyone else's opinions of what I was doing 24/7, I would not be doing this podcast. I would not be running or working out. I have pushed myself to focus on what I want to do and not let other people's words discourage me, and make sure I'm surrounded by encouragement and motivation. Because the people that are negative in your life, especially discouraging you to try new stuff, they're just insecure and jealous, and they need to work on that themselves if they're not encouraging you to try new things. So let that noise die down and make sure you're trying stuff because it makes you happy and you're trying to be your best self. Lastly, celebrate yourself. Celebrate that you're trying something new. You're getting out of your comfort zone and you're enjoying something that you never thought you would. I never thought I'd like running, but it's just so new to me. So I like it. And I might not have like the best pace right now. I might not be doing everything smoothly. It might be looking a little disorganized, a little dysfunctional, but I'll get better with time. And like one thing I really like about running is that it's just you. It's a singular sport. You don't have to stress about slowing other people down, getting other people's way. You're only with yourself and your own pace. And it's something you can really do for yourself. And trying new stuff, celebrating this new you, this new activity or hobby, it will really help you build up that confidence. I'm just so excited, and I can't wait to run these marathons, reach new goals that I never thought I would have, and just start this upcoming year in such a good light and focused on myself. Because every time you try something new, you remind yourself that things will work out. You're less focused on the overthinking and what if it doesn't work out. And this is your opportunity to be your best self. And becoming a beginner of something, it kind of reconnects you with that childlike joy, that version of ourselves where we didn't overthink everything, or we didn't focus so much on the outcome. We just did things for the simplicity of doing things and living in that little like fantasy world. When we're playing with whatever toy, it's that version of you who painted, danced, or built something just because it felt good. It's like one of my previous episodes of like getting back to your childhood hobbies, but this time we're trying new things in adulthood, and we're doing things just for the simplicity of being happy and joyful and just doing something that we haven't done before and going for it. Because that part of us of just doing things for the love of it, the joy of it, is still present. And it's kind of waiting for you to stop overanalyzing, overthinking, and just do things for the fun of it. So ask yourself, what's something I've always wanted to try? Is it athletic wise? Is it creative? Is it doing something to further your education or just learn more of a topic you don't know a lot on? And another thing to ask yourself is, what would it feel like to do it just for fun and not for perfection, not doing something to be the best at it? If that's your goal, that's amazing. I already know with my running stuff, I am not going to be the first person across that finish line, maybe in 500 years, but I don't think I'll still be here. Some of us are just naturally talented and will get that first spot, but sometimes we're just along for the ride. And that's kind of my vibe. I'm just doing things for the fun of it and hoping with enough practice, I'll get better at it. So, because being a beginner at something is not a setback, it's proof that you're still open to live life and enjoy it and try those things that you didn't think you could ever try. It's making the effort to get out of your comfort zone, push yourself, and tell your kids, tell your family, whoever, like, hey, I did this 10 years ago and I killed it. Because being a beginner isn't about starting over. It's about remembering that you're still capable of becoming. Because I'm all about getting out of my comfort zone, trying new things. I don't want to live that same boring life forever and regret it 20, 30 years from now that I didn't get out of my comfort zone. I never pushed myself. I want to motivate my future self. And if I have kids, motivate them. And if they don't want to do anything, that's fine. But life will not change if you don't do anything. You are the creator of your own life. You are the one who's going to keep pushing yourself to get out of your comfort zone. And maybe you're going to be great and fantastic at this new hobby, and it might take you longer to get there. But isn't it exciting to try something new? And, you can brag about it later on and be one of those people that just like pushes other people to try new things, encourages them. So this week, try something new. Next week, whatever works, just don't push it out too much. Sign up for that class, open that notebook, buy the supplies, take that first step, because it's going to feel awkward, but that's okay. This is all about having fun and exploring new hobbies, activities, whatever, because life is about imperfection, and let it be about you. Since we don't have to be amazing, you just have to be willing to do it. So make sure to check in with yourself this week and ask, okay, but are you good? Thank you so much for listening in. I'll catch you all next week, and make sure to like and subscribe. Have a good one.